We like to do is LA Confidential, where we kind of pull some things out of our notebook. I'll start this morning at shoot around in Oklahoma City. I got a chat with Paul George, who returned to the team after missing the previous game with non-COVID illness. I wrote a story on ESPN.com about how Paul George is kind of coming into this part of his life where he's really kind of just had a summer of commitment. He got married in Italy. He said this was his most focused summer ever. The only 2 weeks he took off was to basically go get married in Italy, and how he's just focused on winning a championship and trying to become a better leader, being more vocal, come out of his shell. So I'd asked Reggie Jackson about the wedding in Italy. They got married at this hotel called Villa Astor, which is on a cliff overlooking the Bay of Naples and the Amalfi Coast in Sorrento. I went to the website. It looks unbelievable. Okay. And so Paul George is standing on this cliff. I'm going to set this up for you. Paul George is standing on this cliff. The background is the Amalfi Coast, all the different shades of blue, all the different hues of orange, of the the little roofs for the houses going on the cliff. And he's wearing a white tuxedo top and black pants. And so his wife, Daniela, walks down the aisle past a star-studded guest list of Karl Anthony Towns, Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley, Reggie Jackson, Lou Williams. And so at that point, Reggie Jackson sees something he's never seen before. And as I said in my story, it was not Kawhi Leonard getting on the dance floor, which he did. Kawhi Leonard danced on the dance floor that night to a Serbian singer that they had because PG's wife is Serbian. But he saw Paul George tear up as he was looking. And he said, I actually was talking to some of the guys and we were betting, like, is our boy going to cry? And so I said, have you ever seen him cry before? He goes, no. He goes, I haven't seen him tear up. And so I asked his one of Paul George's closest confidants, have you ever seen Paul George cry before? And he said, Ohm, go back and look at the video when Paul George broke his leg. And I was like, I really don't want to go back and watch that. That was gruesome.
I was in the gym for it, man. It was weird.
He was like,
it was terrible.
PG didn't cry. And I said, no way. He goes, Paul did not cry. Look at his face on the camera. So I went back and watched the video. They only could show him, I think, maybe 2 times because it was so gruesome. But each time they showed him, his face was just locked up. There were no tears. And so I asked him about that this morning. And I said, you didn't cry. I go, I know, like, I've seen athletes go through these horrific injuries. And when it actually happens right away, it's like they're in shock. It's like the adrenaline's flowing through them and you don't really see the reaction. You think a normal human being like myself, if that happened to me, I would be in agonizing pain. I'd be dead. So like basically Paul was like, I'd be dead. Paul was like, yeah, initially it was shock. And you kind of don't know what hits you until he said, you feel the air kind of like hitting the open wound. And he said, but I said, did you know by the time you got on the stretcher? Because all your teammates knew. And he was like, yeah, he goes, you start to feel pain then, but I have a very high tolerance for pain. And I was looking at him like, are you kidding me, man? Like, you didn't even show like any type of pain on your face at all. It was like almost like this is how soft I am compared to him. When I get my booster shot or my flu shot or any type of shot, I don't look at the nurse. I just go like this. And then I might like grimace a little bit as I feel the needle go through. This dude broke his leg in like one of the most horrific injuries ever. And basically didn't show any type of even wince. It was unbelievable.
Well, I thought you were going to say the sight that Reggie Jackson saw for the first time that he'd never seen before was Lou Williams bringing multiple dates to a wedding. Like that, I thought is where you're going. Like
I think everybody has seen that. So
at weddings, I mean, I feel like you can get away with it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
In Italy, imagine.
I'm just saying with Lou.
Travel plans about.
With my man Lou, it's always anything's on the table.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.